YouTube? You already know it's your boy Skate Love back on another video. Today's video we are doing a Q&A slash unboxing samples, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're gonna call it. But let's get into the video. So basically, I'm gonna be answering some questions that y'all had sent me a while back. So let's get into the video. Ooh, I ain't gonna lie, here is a little messed up. But as y'all can see from the last video, I just came back from Cancun. And yeah, I did get a little tan. The sunlight is on me, but I did get a tan. I was brown skin. I'm starting, you know, when summertime comes, I start looking dark skin and all that. But yeah, let's get into the video. I don't know why I'm gonna set the camera up. Let me figure out why I'm gonna set the camera up and then I'm gonna pick the cam back up. I gotta figure out why I'm gonna set it up real quick. Y'all stay tuned for that. We back. I figure out why I'm gonna set up the cam. I'm gonna set the camera right there. Let me put it on head motion. I mean, follow my face. Let's get that. Get it. There we go. Alright, so y'all, finna get into the video. We're gonna start off with a couple. Hopefully the wash machine is not that loud. I mean dry machine, wash machine, same difference. Dry some clothes real quick. But let's get into Q&A, and then I'm gonna get into some samples. I did just open up the samples that I am gonna show y'all because I am finna make a video. So I did that before this, but same difference. You're gonna see it at the same time, so it don't really matter. Let's get into these questions though. But let's get into Q&A. I got these questions right here. I'm finna get into it. So, the first question is, do you have anything pre-made and ready to ship? Actually, I do have something. I do actually have a couple things that's pre-made and ready to ship. Actually, let me go get them for you. I'll be back. Y'all. And like the question did say, do we have something pre-made and ready to ship? We do. We got our pink graffiti hoodie. Here it go right here. We only got a couple of these. Back. We got the down. We got this hoodie right here. And we got our double layer hoodie. Everybody living for. And then on the back it says, see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. It's a good little slogan, good little saying, good little whatever you want to call it. So we got that right there. We got that. And we do, since it's getting into what is it called? It's getting into summertime / springtime, whatever you want to call it. We do have some shirts that we have too. These are some shirts that I dropped last year, but I only got a couple sizes left. So I'll show y'all what they look like real quick. We're gonna get that for y'all. We got a blue colorway and a red colorway. We got I'd Rather Be Lit t-shirts. Got that right there. Something slight. Got these on hand, ready to get to you right now. Go to the site. After this video, you hit the description in the bio. I mean, in the description, you can go to the site. You can get your shirt right now. They on sale. They're getting gone. We only got a few left because last spring / summer / fall, we sold. No, I said summer. I said spring. I mean, I'm tripping. Last summer / fall, we were selling these out. And we got one more shirt, but I only have one of these. I literally only have one of these on hand. It's a size small. It's a Munyon tee. If you do know, it's actually this design right here that I put in the plat. That far one right there. It's that t-shirt with that same design, that same colorway. That's what this is right here. We only have one size small. If you go to the website, you can be the lucky person to get that size small. You can get that right there. So that is some items that we do have pre-made right now, ready to ship. And these other items I'm gonna show y'all later in the video when we're doing the samples, showing y'all the samples. They're just samples, but I'll get into that, tell y'all more details about those items too. But let's get to the second question. Somebody said, what is the best and worst parts of having a brand? I mean, in reality, it's really no worst. It's no really bad parts of having a brand, but I guess I can say these are some bad parts of having a brand. The only bad things are the bad things of having a brand is really not selling items, not trying to put up the profits. really not getting to see, not seeing people in your clothes. That's really, and that goes back to the number one, not selling your clothes. That's the only really bad thing of not having bad things of having a brand. Other than that, it's really nothing bad, but I can't say, don't let the internet fool you and make it seem like it's an easy thing to get rich or anything like that, or really easy to just go easy to just step in and thinking it's something to make some quick money, because it's not that easy as you think. You can draw something and nobody will buy it. You can have the hardest piece, and just because you're not doing the right things or not doing the right things, you won't sell it. So in reality, don't get on the internet or stop looking at the internet, looking at the people who making 30, 40 grand, 2K, 5K, 10K, whatever you want to say. That don't mean you're just gonna get on the brand, you're gonna start a brand, have emotion, do what them, and then think you're gonna have motion. That ain't how it works, you feel me? So yeah, that's really that. And the best things to have a brand, best parts of having a brand is, it's really, you should already know that, but I was gonna say it, is really, you see them plats on the wall, really putting them plats up, because them plats means I sold out. So selling out, seeing people in your clothes, because when you sell out, you want to see the people in your clothes who really getting fly, who really putting it on, who putting that itch together, you feel me? So that, and really the whole process of having a brand, like uploading the pictures to your page, uploading the pictures to your site, making your website, taking the pictures on ground, unboxing the bulk order when it comes, unboxing the samples, man, making the videos and the content, like all that is really fun. Like, if that's not really fun to you, bro, you really should be making clothes, because that means you're doing it too much for the money and not just for like the whole background of really having a clothing brand. And I really just like making clothes. I've been doing this for a long time, and that's really why I just like doing it. But then again, that's really what that is. Let's get to the next question. Like I just lost the question. Oh, there we go. Somebody said, story time on how you came up with your brand and how did you get started? Basically, almost the same question. So I'm just gonna do like a mini story time of how I really came up with my brand. So one day, I had a brand before this. Actually, I'm gonna say two brands before this, but one didn't really get started. So I had one brand before this. My first brand was called Young and Rich. It was with me and my cousin. We started a brand called Young and Rich because at the time it was young, I want to be young and rich. Or it was Young and Turn. I think it was Young and Turn. It was one of them. So it was like that, brand, that's something. We made one t-shirt, but we never did sell the t-shirt. We had it like somebody made it for us or whatever. And then my cousin was just like, man, you got the products, bro. Like, you can just go ahead and do the brand. He didn't want to do it no more. So I like, bet, like, snap, I'll go ahead and do this more. So I thought about, I was telling him, like, I don't want to keep the same name because, like, there's no point in keeping the name if we're not going to do it together. It's going to be, like, kind of messed up. Like, if I ever did blow up and it was like, dang, this is supposed to be me and you, bro. Like, you ain't feel me? So I was like, I got to come up with a new brand name. So how I really started making clothes was, let me just go back a little bit. I used to heat press clothes. I used to have a heat press machine. If you really know, you know. This is when I started my brand. Like, y'all went straight into menus and all that. We didn't have that when I first started. So this is how I really started. So basically, I used to heat press heat press t-shirts. I was making my own designs. I used to just make random designs, sell them at school. People like, man, they're my hard. I used to make the designer brands though. But I'm making it for home. So like, you can get this for cheap. So yeah, it was fake. But people didn't care. Like, it was around like COVID. Like, people didn't really care. It wasn't nothing to really get. And people ain't really, it wasn't nothing at the mall, so it was like, you might as well come get it. So yeah, then there was this one brand called Balls. I'm gonna show y'all this shirt. A brand called Balls. If you know, you know about this brand. If you know about this, then you know. It was like these shirts right here. Bro, they had all the colorways for every shoe, bro. If you know, you know. I was making them shirts. They started going crazy, so everybody really wanted them. So I was going crazy at the time, bro. Kind of fair, but it was probably like 4 months in, bro. Not even probably 4 months. Probably like 2 months, bro. 2 months in, the dude who owned that actual brand at the time, he had like 50, 40K followers. He hit me up and was like, hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, going crazy. If you don't stop making these shirts, I'm gonna take you to court and I'm gonna sue you. I ain't gonna lie, I'm young. I'm like, so who? I'm just trying to make some money. I'm just trying to make some profit. Like, you make your stuff and my stuff. Like, damn. Kind of forgot. I talked to my dad. I'm like, yo, so like, he really sued me. Bro, hit me up like, yeah, bro, I'm really gonna take you to court. All this other stuff. I'm like, oh. He like, yeah, you might wanna chill out for he take you to court. So I'm like, yeah. I had to let that go because I'm like, I ain't finna go to court behind something that really ain't mine. I had to realize how the stuff is really broken down. Like, yeah, you feel me? He actually got that name trademarked, all this other stuff. So like, he can actually sue you. So yeah, that's how everything came down. So then, to sum it up, I ended up starting my second clothing brand after the Young and Turnt, or Young and Rich, whatever it was called. I started it, and it was called Stupid Bear Merch. The only why I named it Stupid Bear Merch was because, mind you, I was making the shirts, and they had like the bear face. So I wanted to keep the same thing because that was making me money. Couldn't figure out, I really didn't like it for real, and I started thinking about long term, like, who gonna wear that long term? Like, that name is not really like, they gave merch and not a clothing line, you feel me? So I had to realize I need a clothing line name. You know, talking to my cousin, we on the phone, chopping up. It was some little baby thing, bro, back in that time. I don't know, we seen something. It was like, I don't know if it was like forever. It was some lit, I don't know. The word back then was lit. Who out the band, I don't know. Then somehow come out with forever. Then I just like, you know what, forever lit. Then my cousin kind of said something about that. I'm thinking like, dang, bro, like, that name really tough. Stuck with it. Forever lit been a brand forever since that time to now. Shout out to my boy J3. He like one of the persons who really kind of made my name, but didn't really. I don't know how to explain it. Like, we both came up with it, but at the same time, he really had more of that inspiration to make me really keep it forever lit. If you know, you know. Only he really know that background story to that. But yeah, that's how my brand even came about, and I started forever lit back in, I don't even remember the exact what's it called, but yeah, I started back then, and then yeah, ever since then we've been forever lit. I'll make sure y'all stay hydrated. Ain't no, I'm cheating. But yeah, that's been that ever since then. So y'all boys tap into the brand too, since y'all really, yeah. Let's get to the next question. Somebody said, can you describe your brand's mission and vision? The mission for the brand, bro, I'm just gonna go ahead and get a vision, bro. The vision of it is supposed to be like, bro, one day I'm gonna have my two-story, what is it called? Storage unit, 2-story, with the little upstairs and downstairs. I'm gonna get one of those joints. I'm gonna have the whole vision is to have that, have all the inventory in there, chilling. That's just like the vibe for the forever lit vibe, but that's like exclusive members only. Can't pull up to there unless you exclusive, you feel me? That's like members only spot right there. Can't shop there, none of that. Then I'm gonna have my own store. Like, the full goal is to get my own store and my section with all my spot in there. And then the other side of the store, I want it to be like the upcoming brands. To help out the upcoming brands, I want to put that on the other side. So like, all the upcoming brands who come in at that time, they can come in the store, put their brands over there. They can, put their brand on that side, and like, you know, they got a little section, put their brand, make it look cool. People don't really get a chance to put their clothes in the store, so I'm gonna give the opportunity to let them do that. And that's pretty much that. And then yeah, I really want to get into like, when I really get up there, to make a shoe. Like, I always wanted to make my own shoe. When I first started, when I was younger, I always knew I was gonna be into the clothing, shoes, some type of that, because I used to draw. Like, I used to draw shoes, I used to draw clothes, I used to put that on paper when I was younger. Like, it always been a thing. When I was back then, I used to make custom shoes on paper. Like, so I always knew that I was gonna be in this type of, like this category of like what I was gonna end up doing. So yeah, it was that. So then I thought about, like, I got more deeper in clothes, got into the clothing, really started to understand really different the clothing and how they really work. And now, like, when I get like to that certain point when I'm making real cash, I'm gonna make my first shoe. I wanna make a shoe. I don't know, I just wanna make some type of shoe and it just go crazy. So that's one thing I do wanna do too. But yeah, that's my vision for real. I wanna have my own store, I wanna have my warehouse, and I just want the world to be going crazy. Like, it's just really like, everybody know, like, dang, I remember bro from back then, bro, he was a family, he was doing a little school up there, now he really popping it. It's really my vision of, like, just wanna be popping and everybody know what's really going on, you feel me? So yeah, that's that. Man, my phone just glitched. There we go. So let's get into the next question. What challenges have you faced while building Forever Lit, and how have you overcome them? So with that being said, I actually have a lot of challenges I've had with this brand. Like I said, don't let the internet fool you and make it seem like it's hee-hee-ha-ha and everything is just so easy. It's not as easy as you think. You really got to sit down and grind, and really got to sit down and think, like, what do I really need to drop? What do I really need to do to make this thing blow up, or whatever the case is. But one of the challenges I did have with the brand was probably, I think it was like a year and a half ago. I had dropped these shorts, bro. I thought they was a hit back then. They were doing like the little mesh shorts. And what I should have did was the cotton shorts, but I don't know why I didn't do it. I swear I just seen people doing mesh shorts, and I thought I had them. You know, I thought I had one of the ones. And it was, I think that was my first ever menu piece I did. It was some shorts. I did the mesh shorts, bro. Tried them. They came in. But I only sold probably over 10, and I had a lot of them. Like, did a whole nother colorway too. It just wasn't a hit, bro. And it's like, I really didn't know how to feel about it, because I'm like, dang, like, I just spent this money, what the bam. And my dad actually did help me on that drop, me thinking about it. That was my first menu drop. Like, I was making clothes behind, like, that was my first menu. Because back then, I used to be doing the heat press, and I was making my clothes handmade myself. But yeah, my dad helped me put in on that. I put the other half in, and yeah, it really ain't do nothing. Like, I was just disappointed. I'm like, dang, I spent all my money trying to drop them shorts, and now what I'm finna do, like, how I'm gonna get back into it. And that's just one of them challenges you really gotta go through. Like, if you really wanna do it, sometimes you gotta take that L. So, like, that moment, I took the L, I thought about it, I really came harder trying to think of some new designs, some made. I was doing little side hustles, going back to hand making stuff, getting some more cash, build some cash up. Trying to think. Build some cash up. Then I had another drop, and that did better than what I did last time. I didn't fully sell out, but I sold most of the products. But one thing I can say is back then, I was just in that young mindset, not really thinking about profiting the money. And like, I was profiting, but I wasn't thinking about saving the money. Let me say that. I would sell most of all the clothes out and literally go blow the cash, because I was just young and dumb. Like, really not thinking, like, I'm supposed to be saving this. This is not like regular cash money. If you work a 9 to 5, you just putting it up in your pocket and you just like, oh yeah, I'm about to go spend this. Like, this is literally how you can remake money. So like, I really wasn't thinking at the time. So yeah, that was really one of my challenges I faced. And now I realize, like, you really gotta put that money up, because at the end of the day, if you don't, there's no way for you to keep repeating the same thing that you want to do. There's no way to keep buying the clothes, or no way to profit the money, no way to see what did you actually profit. Back then, I was never seeing what I was actually profiting. I had to see, like, oh, I made about $1,500. Looking at cash, I done went to go buy some new shoes. Now I'm like, I got about $1,200. Bounce back, man, I got some more shoes. Now I got about $950. You feel me? Like, I'm just spending money. I was young, high school, all that. Like, so I'm just really living. So that was that. That was my young and challenges and the faces I faced throughout the brand. That was that. Let's get into the next question. And when I do this question, after this question, I'm gonna get into the samples and start showing y'all that too. Damn. Which one did I just read? Okay. Oh, somebody said, what are some of the proudest moments you have so far with Forever Lit? The proudest moment I did have with Forever Lit by far, oh snap, is when I dropped these sets right here. I'm gonna show y'all on the screen. When I dropped these sets right here, the graffiti sets right here, hey, I'm telling you, they went crazy. They weren't stupid, I ain't gonna lie. Everybody was liking these joints. Yeah, like pain, yeah. But yeah, them graffiti sets went stupid. That was my proudest moment. That's why, if you see on the wall right there, I got that planet. Anything that goes stupid, I'm putting it in a frame. That's mark my word. That's what I'm gonna do every time. So these new drops, if they go stupid, so now I'm gonna have to frame the clothing. Cause I ain't really no point of like framing a mock-up. Those I can frame is cause it's like a graphic design, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so yeah, it was the graffiti hoodies. They weren't stupid, and what I should have did was restock, because everybody wanted me to restock, but I didn't restock. I will end up probably restocking when it come back to that time and that type of weather. But yeah, that was my proudest moment. I sold out. I made over probably, I'm gonna be real, I made probably 5 bands. And after I did all the ads, it was probably like 4 or something. Yeah, it was something like that for sure. I made a killing off that. And I forgot how many pieces I had, but yeah, I went stupid. And I basically sold out, but I had like 4 sweatpants left, and they was all like largest. I didn't get them off, so I pretty much sold out. I count that as sold out, so yeah. That was my proudest moment of having the brand. I mean, that was my proudest moment of my brand. Somebody said, how do you ensure quality and customer satisfaction at Forever Lit? Ain't something in my hair, bro. at Fifth Lit. Basically, how do I keep my customers happy? I'm gonna be real. The number one way I keep my customers happy, me just seeing other brands and how other people do stuff. One, make sure you're not lying to these folks, bro. Don't lie to your customer ever. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. If I ain't got it right now, I ain't got it right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you about that. Cause like, one thing you don't want to get is the allegation of a scammer. Once you get that, you screwed, bro. Like, cause now, if somebody think you're a scammer, they gonna tell the other person you're a scammer, and then the other person gonna tell you that other person you're a scammer. You got a bad reputation, bro. Nobody gonna really buy from you. Now, you may get some new people that may buy from you, but then if they figure out that you're a scammer too, then you're screwed. So one thing I say is, one, I text my customers back instantly if they text back. If I don't get to them instantly, I do text in 24 hours. I never will not text in 24 hours, bro. So if you text me and I didn't get back to you, just know I will text you back in 24 hours for sure. That I always text my customers. I make sure they're happy. And if they do want a refund, I don't really do refunds unless it's really something that we can work out to figure out what's really the problem. Like I had one problem with that graffiti drop. Out of everybody else, I never had no problem with nobody else. But I had one problem with one person. He was out of New York. He was from New York, and he had did a pre-order on it. And he said he didn't get his hoodie. I had shipped it out. I had a whole video of me literally talking about how I literally packaged his order and shipped it. He said somehow he didn't get it. I don't know if he scammed me, but I just made sure that he got his hoodie. I told him, you know what, bro? Send me the what's it called? And it was really my fault on my behalf because I didn't put his tracking on there. I had sent everybody else tracking number, but everybody else was reposting like that they had got their stuff. So I had assumed that he got his too. But somehow he said he didn't get it or whatever the case was. It could have been at the post office and he didn't really know because he didn't have a tracking number and I had lost it. I went through all the tracking numbers. You remind you, it's so many trackings, like it's hard to remember which one. But I went through all of them. Couldn't find it. Told him, you know what, bro? I got one more in your size since I didn't sell out in the one large black. Gave him the one large black, sent it out to him. He said, got it. He was happy. Everything was good. You just got to make sure your customers are happy at the end of the day. You want them to leave a 4-star to 5-star rating at the end of the day. And I just know for a fact, anybody who shop from me, they know for a fact, you getting quality, you getting good customers service, you getting good customer service. You never gonna have a problem with me. And your stuff gonna come. And it's gonna come on time. I never lie about the shipping. If it's 2 to 3 days, at minimum it's coming 2 to 3 days. Now if it came late, that means it may be a weather issue. Anything other than that, it ain't that. But yeah, other than that, just make sure you got good customer service. You for sure wanna have that. Especially with having a brand and not having that many followers, you wanna for sure have that. So people can trust you and they wanna come back. And when you do that, people gonna want to keep coming back to you because they know for sure they can trust you with their money now. You feel me? So yeah, that's one of the things I do. So what advice would you give to an upcoming entrepreneur or looking to start a brand? I would say for sure, if you're looking to start a brand or if you're saying YouTube, I'm not too deep in YouTube, but I done did YouTube, started, stop. But one thing I say about YouTube, you gotta stay consistent. One thing I say about having a clothing brand, you gotta be consistent too. But the difference between a clothing brand and YouTube is, one, you have to come up with content with your YouTube, and really you gotta come up with content with your brand too. But the thing is, with your brand, you need to come up with a unique name. Don't be like the other people who start a brand and just come up with the number one they think of. Like, I done seen so many brands out here nowadays. These dudes be motion. Having motion the best way. Like, bro, you get so crazy. Like, bro, you saying, what is that? Like, what are you going to do with that when it comes to 5 years later? Like, you may get a grown man who going to wear it, but who going to wear something that's just like motion this, motion that. I see all motion brands. And if you are going to do a Christian brand, make sure you're really Christian. Don't start a Christian brand because you're trying to get paper. You're going to look dumb in the long run, you're gonna look dumb, bro. So I promise you, don't even try the Christian brand. Don't try none of that. Get a unique name, come up with a real name, get it a meaning. Make sure you have a meaning behind the name. So if somebody do come up to you or whatever the case is, they like, damn, what's the meaning of your brand? What the band? You tell them. Let them know, like, yeah, this is the reason why I came up with this brand name. This is why I really wanted to do about the band. Like, have some type of story or some type of background to the name. Don't just come up like, having motion. What's your story today? I was having motion when I was 12. Like, come on, bro. Like, look, don't think of a real name and think of something that you can run with for a while. Like, you can actually you can think about that and be like, man, that name is really like, I see something in there. You feel me? Like that sounds like a unique name. You feel me? So I would say that. Let's get to the next question. Hey, I almost just choked on the water. That's for sure though. You make sure you have a unique name if you want to start a clothing brand. You want to stand out from others. Because if you're starting now, clothing brands are really going to die off when people are really not, when they really don't know you or really just don't. You feel me? Like, if you're going to get into it, you're going to have to hear it and get into it because there's a lot of people starting clothing brands day by day, day by day. Let's get to the next question. Where can people learn more about Favorite Lit or where can they shop from? So if you want to follow my brand page, you're going to follow my brand page. This is my brand page. I did just hit 3K 2 days ago, but it is __ Favorite Lit, FOREVERLIT, Favorite Lit. That's me. And when you see it, it will have Favorite Lit rainbow picture on it. That's definitely me. That's my Instagram. I only have one Instagram, one and only. And if you want to shop with Favorite Lit, you just type in the name without the underscores, just favoritelit.net. And then take you straight to the site. You scroll down, you can figure out what you want, we'll out the bam. Just like that. That's how you can shop from me. That's how you can see my brand page, or you need to contact me and see if you have a problem with something or a problem with the order. You can do that for sure. Or if you need to hit my email for anything, if you order something, you can just type in foreverlit2020@gmail.com. And it's just like that. You can get straight to me. So that's that. Let's get into the next question. Okay, these are basically just random personal questions, or like people just want to know. Somebody said, what car do I drive and what was my first car? The car I drive currently right now is a Scat Pack. Crazy thing is I am finna get rid of the Scat Pack. I know y'all know I am Scatty Love. Now the Scat Pack is leaving. I don't know when, but soon. But I do currently drive a Scat Pack. I've been having my Scat Pack but I think it's going on 3 years, bro. It's either 3 years or 2.5. I've been having a Scat for a minute. I haven't showed too many videos of Scat just because I'm not really a person that just show off a lot of things, to be real. Like, I done had the Scat for so long, and I had the Scat before it was a trend. I ain't finna get into all that, but yeah, I had the Scat before it was a trend. So yeah, the car I drive right now is a Scat Pack. It's Nardo Gray. I do got the stars in it. Y'all seen in the videos that y'all probably already seen my car. If you really do watch my YouTube channel, so yeah, I got a Scat Pack. But my first car was an Audi 2-door. I forgot what model that was. It was an Audi 2-door. I got my first car at 15, bro. First car at 15. Ain't too many people can say they had a car at 15. First car at 15 was an Audi, and that it was an Audi that was crazy. Shout out to my pops. He really popped it for that one. I ain't gonna lie, I got an Audi 2-door. Who you know getting an Audi at 15? I remember one day I was at the grocery store, but this don't really matter. But I was at the grocery store, but I was walking to my car. A grown lady looked at me and said, hopping in that rental. And I was really lost because I'm like, what made you even want to say that to me, bro? This could be my mama car and you worried about it was a rental. And the whole time it's my car. But yeah, that don't really matter though. That was just off topic, but yeah, that was crazy. Let's get to the next question though. What the heck? Let's get to the next question. Somebody said, how do you come up with your ideas for your videos? I don't know if they're talking about YouTube or clothing brand. I'm just gonna say both. For YouTube, my videos on YouTube is really more so like episodes, like really day in the lives, brand videos. Yeah, it's just like really my life. This is what my YouTube is. It's not really more so like the regular content y'all see on YouTube, like, oh, we're going outside, let's get 20 numbers, or oh, we're gonna do this. It's really just a day in the life. Pick up the camera, whatever I'm finna do that day, I record. I don't really plan today, unless it's a planned trip, or unless it's something planned. That's all I was playing. Other than that, it's just day in the life videos. So that's how I really pick my videos. If I really know, like, it's a brand video, like this video, I've been had this planned. So I can say this was planned more so like, I just got on my Instagram, like, you know what, let me see what people want to ask me about myself or about my brand. And that's how I did that. Other than that, that's really it. Let me get into one more question and then, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into the pieces. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. I know y'all say I'm gonna do the brand too. Actually, I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna get into the samples. For my brand videos, I can say you can figure out a lot of ways to come up with brand videos. One, you can look at the trending videos that people are doing on their brand. That's number one. That's the easiest way to really kind of blow up with your reel. Make sure you do post reels for sure. Look at TikTok. You got TikTok type in brands and then it can pop up. I ain't did that in a long time, but you can do that. You can literally use ChatGPT. That's what people don't know. Now, if you really want to be smart and you ain't got no ideas like that, what I want to do, type in ChatGPT exactly what you thinking, and I bet you they give you a full list of full day 1 to day 7 what to do. Telling y'all, I just gave y'all. Now I ain't supposed to give y'all a cheat code of that, but I just gave y'all a little cheat code. Y'all boys keep that on the low though. Keep that on the low, you feel me? But yeah, let's get into these samples. I'm finna show y'all what my next drop is. And this drop will be pre-order only. I'm gonna get into more about that too. But I'm finna show y'all the samples what we got. I just did a video of the new one that I just got, but the first one I'm gonna show y'all that too. I just posted a video of that video last night, and right now it's at like 4K views. But I posted it like almost 10. I think it was like 9. I was supposed to post it at 8, but I started eating and then you know how that go. But let's get into this. So we got our windbreaker. These are both going to be windbreaker shorts. We got our windbreaker shorts, reflector strips. We got our embroidery patch going on, stitched on. And you know me, I'm always go with the zipper pockets. I don't want you to drop your ham sandwich on the ground, you feel me? You know you're carrying that little stack on you. You don't want to drop that, so you got the zippers. Or if you got your little phone, you know you don't want to drop your phone. So put that up in there. Slide that right in there like that. Zip it up, you feel me? Don't want to drop that. So you can do that. Then we got our reflector strips on the back. So like if you do want to be at nighttime, take a little flick, got the flash on, you're going to be shining bright like a diamond, you feel me? Then on this sample, we don't have our custom tag in there, but on the next one we do. So yeah, that's pretty much the bottoms of these, the black colorway. I'm going to call this probably, I don't know. I don't have a name for the black colorway yet, but the red one, sorry, I just gave y'all a little sneak peek of what color it is so y'all can see. But yeah, let me get to the top. So the top, we got our windbreaker top, short sleeve, but it's like short sleeve, but they come down to like right here. So I did a little different. Usually you get the short sleeve, they be like right here. I did the short sleeve, it go like right here. So yeah, it's almost like you know how like the Bati tees fit? It come like right there. I did like a Bati windbreaker fit. It basically fit like that. So yeah, we got our embroidery logo right there, as y'all can see. We got a custom, let me get it in camera. We got a custom Forever Lit zipper. It says Forever Lit going down. We got our reflector strips going down all around the jacket, even on the back. We got a hoodie. So you want to throw that hood on, pop that phone, throw that hood on. To do that, we got a slight little zipper on the sleeve with the custom zipper again. But if you want to throw a little something up in there, I don't know, you may maybe try to sneak a little part. You feel me? You can throw that up in there. You feel me? You can go ahead and get it in there. You feel me? They ain't gonna probably check that. They ain't probably gonna know you got the zipper on there unless you just moving too much. You feel me? So yeah, this is that. I thought about putting like Forever Lit in the back, but I was like, bro, it really ain't no point of doing too much on it. This is a calm, simple fit, my windbreaker fit. This is the black colorway. Let's get into the next colorway. The next colorway is a bright colorway, the red. Yeah, that red pop on the camera, I ain't gonna lie. We got the red. I just got this in. I had to go pick it up, and I just made the video. This is the one I just made the video of. It's red, and reflector strips on back. In the front, we have our custom tag. As you can see, it's put up right there in the frame too. Right there in the frame too. And like I said, you know, you don't put the zipper pockets because you don't want to drop your ham sandwich or your phone. We got a custom embroidery logo right there going on. We got on both sides. That's that with the shorts. With the tag, everything going on, that's the shorts. They fit pretty smooth. I'll say they're true to size. I'm not gonna say they're not, but this is the top. I love the red though. I love black because black is my favorite color though. We got the Fevrolet going across the chest. As you can see again, we got the the custom zipper. Whatever you want to wear. Unzip, zip, do you. Feel me? And on this one, these actually got the tabs. We got our hanging tag going on. Fevrolet hanging tag. Got the reflective strips on both sides. Right there. Custom zipper right there on the side. The hidden little pocket. I ain't gonna open that, but yeah. I don't know how deep this pocket is. I can test it out for y'all right now. Actually, it's pretty deep. Like, I probably could put my phone in there if I wanted to. Yeah, like I could literally put my phone in there. So actually, this is actually a good pocket. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know it was that deep. Yeah, so that's that. And the top doesn't come with pockets. It's a windbreaker fit. You put in your pockets in your switch. It's not a jacket. You feel me? So yeah, this is the red colorway, and then that was the black. So that's that. That's the new items I am dropping for. It's like a spring/summer. We're gonna get into that. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all how it's gonna really work and how I'm gonna operate with that. So these two colorways, and if they want one more colorway, that will be all pre-order. So how the pre-order will work? The pre-order will open up. So basically, I will set a date on when my website will open. Once the website is open, you have until whenever I close it. I'm gonna set an end date of when I'm closing it. So basically, you will have that amount of time to go in, purchase whatever color set. Say for instance, I just had a yellow set too. You can go in, purchase a black, red, or yellow. Whatever one, it'll be. I think I'm gonna price it at 110 or 100. 110 would make it free shipping. 100 that means you would still have to pay shipping. So it's just up to y'all. So it'll be basically that I go in, you'll go in. Say if you want the red one, you go buy the red one. Say if you want all three, you go buy all three. Then it'll be after I close my site. After I have all the orders and I close my site, I will go ahead and start the bulk order. The bulk order will only take like 2 weeks at max. 2 weeks. I'm gonna say 2 weeks, and then once I get them, it will probably take a week and a half to get them. So I'm just gonna say a process of 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Once I get it, boom, I get them in. I automatically ship it straight to you. You get your item, then boom. It's a pre-order. It's not a bulk order. This is my first time doing a pre-order, but I think I can do very good with pre-orders. Just in fact, I already have reviews of my brand. I do really good with customer service, anything like that. So I will make sure you will get your clothes no matter what. So that's really how it's gonna go. That's really how it is gonna go. So with this item, if you don't pre-order, you will not have a piece. So don't be thinking, oh, I'm just gonna wait until you drop and he got them all on hand. It's a pre-order only. So if you don't, go buy the day I open my site and the day I close my site, you're screwed. There's nowhere you're gonna be able to get it. I'm not doing a bulk. I'm not doing pre-made. It's not a pre-made. It's a pre-order. Again. So yeah, if you do want to shop on those windbreaker sets, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Other than that, I want to tell y'all that really just stand on that. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that because they are going crazy. People love them on the gram right now. Hopefully y'all like them too. So let's get into these last questions, then we're going to wrap up the video. Dang, my legs tight. Somebody said, what are your hobbies outside of YouTube? My hobbies outside of YouTube is really like, my number one hobby is playing the game. I'm going to say I play the game a lot. That's like my real peace. You know, I just be chilling, playing the game. Everybody who play the game, if you're a boy, you play the game. Even if you're a girl, you play the game. You just know it's like a real, just chill vibe. Just get you out the day, make you feel cool. You just be chilling. So yeah, I play the game. Other than that, I would say my brand is my second. And other than that, bro, to be real, that's really like my main two hobbies. I don't really do too much. I really play the game, or I'm really trying to think about how to elevate really with the brand or elevate in life, period. So that's really only things I really be on for real. Other than that, that's really my hobbies. So let's get to the next question. I think this is the last question. Somebody said, do you have a favorite quote or motto you live by? I do have a little thing that I got from my homeboy song, like the intro of the song that somebody said. It says, to get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. I've been really feeling that little motto, that little, I've been feeling that. Like, I really mess with that. So, like, yeah, that's really what I've been going by. Every day I wake up, I got on my little board, my whiteboard with all my little goals and stuff on there. I got that big center on the top. That's really what I really go by right now. So that's that. And then somebody asked me, the last question is, do I remember my first piece that I ever dropped? I definitely do. I don't have a picture that I can show y'all, but it was what is it called? It was a hoodie, and it had EVA with the 4 in the middle, and then lit. It was basically like, because you can spell Forever Lit 2 ways. That's one way, and then Forever Lit with the F. And how I just spelled it for the Instagram name. You can do it that. So yeah, for sure, it was really going viral. And then they had like the hand gesture on the back. And we're crazy. Like people was buying it. I was making those handmade. I was going crazy. My first viral piece that I made for the brand handmade was Street Code. Now some people been telling me bring Street Code back. I don't know how I'm feeling on it, but I may can see it in the future. You never know. So that could come back, but yeah, that was my first piece. It was just the EVA 4 lit, and then the hand just on the back. And I had the EVA 4 lit on the pants, sweatpants. That was my first piece, and it really did. It really did good enough at the time. Like at the time, that was good enough. I was getting orders like every week. Every time I touch my phone, I look at my phone like, yeah, I need the color I need to match my J's. I need to match my 4s. They send me shoes. Like, you can do it with this color. I'm at the store like, yeah, bro, yeah, you want this? You prefer this? Like, man, I ain't like back then. That was low-key fun. Like, that was the fun in it. Now it's getting more serious. I got to elevate. I really got to turn up. You feel me? But hopefully y'all like the video. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully y'all watch my last video that I just dropped. Hopefully y'all like the Cancun vlog or whatever. But yeah, I'll stay tuned for the next video.